Hey guys, Trina here, Primal Life Organics. Woohoo! I'm excited. This is my favorite topic. I'm just gonna wait for people to join me. I don't know if you know what we're gonna be talking about today. So maybe if you hashtag what you think we're gonna talk about today, that'd be awesome. So maybe put in a comment, anybody that's joining me, what you think we might be talking about. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. It doesn't necessarily have to be about teeth. It doesn't have to be about cavities. It could be about whatever you want. But hey, Elizabeth, the expo was awesome. A lot of people, almost overwhelming the amount of people there. But we got a lot of great connections. Yes, Elizabeth is right. We're going to talk about healing cavities. I'm going to talk... the focus is going to be about healing a cavity, but it's also going to be about why you really do want a little bit of a dirty mouth. So if anybody ever wondered why Primal Life Organics, or why I actually called my dirty mouth tooth powder dirty mouth tooth powder, it has a couple reasons. First of all, it's made with dirt. The tooth powder is made with dirt. So that makes sense, make it with dirt. You might have a dirty mouth already, so it's gonna help clean up your dirty mouth. But the real reason that I love calling it dirty mouth tooth powder is because we are so brainwashed into believing that we need a super, super, super clean mouth to the point of sterile. Hi, Tracy Joe. Hi, Michelle from Austin, Texas. But we're so brainwashed into believing that we actually need a sterile environment inside our mouth that actually destroys what is supposed to be happening inside your mouth. You don't want a sterile environment inside your mouth. You actually want a little bit of a dirty mouth. You want a little bit of a dirty environment inside your mouth. You want a healthy, dirty mouth, which is what the tooth powder will establish. Mike, if you want to change the screen back to me, you can. Yeah. But yeah, hey guys, so we're going to be talking about healing a cavity. We're also, hey, there I am. We're going to be talking about why you do want a dirty mouth. So by dirty mouth, what I mean is you don't want to sterilize your mouth. You do not want to kill all bacteria. Unfortunately, when we use products like, as I grab one, as we use products like this, we've been brainwashed in the market to believe that we are supposed to have the most sterile, clean environment inside our mouth. And what happens when you do that is that it can actually create too much of the bad bacteria, and you can end up with really, really bad conditions inside your mouth, which leads to gum disease, cavities, but that's just the start of it. That's not even where it ends. Because when you start having those types of things inside your mouth, that is basically inflammation. And if you have inflammation inside your mouth, your gum tissue, that's how it actually gets in or can get into your body. That's a portal of how inflammation gets inside your body. So by having a super sterile mouth with these types of products, toothpaste too, the problem then becomes you have too clean of a mouth. You don't have a little bit of that dirt, that good microbiome to prevent bad stuff from happening. So we're going to talk about, Mike, what's that first slide that you got going on there?
The first one.
We're going to have some fun with slides. So bear with me, guys. If you're watching me, if you've never watched me before, welcome. I'm Trina Felber. I'll give you a little bit of background about me. But this is the first time, Mike's here with me. This is the first time that we're going to be talking about, you don't have the picture of me and my family? Did we put that one in there?
Yeah, it's in here.
Yeah, put that one up. Ah, there I am. That looks just like me, right? So I have to tell you, Josh, my husband right there, never wears a tie. Okay, so that's probably, really doesn't wear gray. I guess, but he does have a beard and mustache, but when he saw this picture, he was like, oh my gosh, they need to connect the beard and the mustache. It's all one piece, so it was kind of funny. But I do have two boys that are, my boys are twins, Cash and Roman, and my daughter Mia is 10 years old. The boys are 8. And really how this all started with me with my oral wellness. I'm a registered nurse, and so that's why I'm wearing the nurse's cap in the picture. I'm a registered nurse, and I care so much about people's health that I actually took my nursing career down a completely different path, and that is to create wellness inside your body, starting inside your mouth, but with the products that you're using, because that makes a huge, huge difference. Hey guys, while you're joining me, if you have questions or comments, please post them. Don't forget to hashtag live if you're watching this live, so we know that helps with us. And then also, guys, as I'm talking, if you want to share this, I really appreciate anybody that would share this information on their page. This is like life-changing for people, to be honest with you. This is life-changing. This actually creates wellness inside your body. And people are struggling. It's amazing. People are struggling with their health, and nobody talks about it. Seriously, nobody talks about it. When you get up and you don't feel good in the morning, the last thing you want to do is tell everybody how miserable you feel. And you don't really have to feel that miserable. Sometimes it really is as easy as changing some things that you're using on or in your body. That's why I created the skincare and the oral care products that I did. What amazes me is the number of emails that I get from people or messages from people that actually start using our Dirty Mouth tooth powder and then turn around and tell me within 2 to 3 days, is there something going on that I didn't realize was going to be happening because my whole body feels better. And it's really true, and I'm gonna teach that to you right now. So Mike, what's the next slide? Is there a picture of Mia with her tooth?
Oh, there is.
Yeah, so pull that one up. So really a little bit of story about my daughter. When my daughter was just 2 years old, a molar came in that had a defect in it, which was a natural cavity. And this is like the story behind why I was so passionate about healing the body through the mouth. This is where my whole journey on oral wellness started. And I didn't necessarily, as a nurse, understand this. I know that dentists don't necessarily understand how important your oral health really is, but this is where it began for me. I'm a mom, and you know what? Just like every mom out there, you do anything for your kids. You'll deal with things for yourself, but when it happens to your kid, you want the best for them, and you'll do anything. You'll fight tooth and nail. So my daughter had a molar come in at the age of 2 that had a natural cavity in it, and we took her to the dentist. The dentist took one look at that tooth, and he said, you know what, that's a pretty significant defect. What we'll do is put a temporary filling in it, but we probably will have to pull that tooth within a year. And this is a molar that needed to last until she's like 12, 13, 14 years old. So that's how I got started. I went home and I started looking. I wasn't using this, but this is something along the lines of what kids use. I started looking at what we were brushing her teeth with, and it was a natural product, and it was considered organic and safe for children. And I realized very quickly that if I kept brushing her teeth with that same product, we were going to end up with a molar that was going to be pulled. I realized that what happens inside your mouth is an environment. There's an environment. And if you create the wrong environment, healing doesn't happen. It's just like inside your body, even on the outside of your body. You have to have the right environment for healing to happen. And it has to be a calm environment. It has to be a neutral environment. It actually has to be a little bit on the alkaline side. And it actually needs some dirt. You need to throw some dirt in the mix. So that's how Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder actually got born. I went to the drawing board. I started researching what are your teeth made of? Is there a way to heal a cavity? And all of my research led to the fact that your teeth are like your bones. I don't know if we have that one. No, I don't think we threw the bone one in there. Your teeth are just like your bones. And if you believe that you can heal a bone, you should believe that you can heal a cavity. Because your bones are made of the same minerals that your teeth are. In fact, your teeth are actually stronger than your bones. Your bones can heal easily because they're in an environment that is conducive to healing. The environment inside your body is an alkaline or a neutral environment, and there's no fluctuation between, or little fluctuation between, an acidic environment. In an acidic environment inside your mouth, I'll show you later, that's when healing doesn't happen. That's when all the bad things that happen inside your mouth that lead to disease and problems down the road. But that doesn't have to happen. So Mike, what's the next slide that we've got?
The formula for a healthy mouth.
Do the cavity. I want to do that last. I want to show the cavity.
Oh, the formula. For a cavity.
Yeah, the formula for a cavity. So I want to show you guys, and bear with me, I started talking about this, but we're integrating these slides. So we are kind of piecing it together and doing a trial run of how I can bring this information to you guys so you can kind of see it a little bit more. And if you guys have questions, please post them. Trina, how can I get your cards exposing how to use tooth powder? I am gifting some kits to my kids, but I need the card. Cards exposing how to use the tooth powder. I'm not sure what cards you're talking about, Elizabeth.
Probably like how to use it.
That's on the website, I think. Elizabeth, we'll have to figure that out. So if you've got an order in, we could probably slip some cards in. But if not, we'll figure it out. I can even send them to you via email, like the pictures of it. So anyway, guys, here is the formula for a cavity. So when people tell me, I have a lot of dental hygienists, and I also have dentists that tell me that you cannot heal a cavity. And I always answer back that they are absolutely right. When this situation is happening inside the mouth, a cavity will not be healed. So let me go over this. What happens inside your mouth that creates the condition where a cavity and gingivitis, this is talking about your gum tissue too, can form? It's sugars in your diet. Oh, somehow we've got the wrong slide. Go to the next one. This is the slide I want. Okay. It's bacteria inside your mouth. So see that bacteria? That green guy is not a good guy. That green guy is one of the bad guys. When I talk about dirtying your mouth or dirty mouth tooth powder will keep your mouth slightly dirty, I'm not talking about this guy. This is the bad guy. This is the like Streptococcus mutans that causes cavities and gum disease. That guy is the bad guy. That guy feeds off of the sugars and carbohydrates that you eat. And in my opinion, and professional, research, obviously, you cannot obviously get rid of the sugar and carbohydrates in your diet. To some degree, you can limit them, and you can eat healthier carbohydrates. You can eat healthier products or healthier foods that limit the bad sugar. You can eat better sugars, natural sugars, and better carbohydrate forms. But bad bacteria will feed off of the sugar and carbohydrates in your diet. What happens is it creates lactic acid inside your mouth. During a condition of lactic acid or acidosis, that is when minerals leave your teeth. See that sad tooth? That tooth has mineral loss. There's a hole in it. That mineral loss eventually wears so thin that you start to feel pain in your teeth. It starts out as sensitivity. Let me tell you, the very first sign that you have problems happening in your mouth that is actually going to lead down to lactic acid and demineralization is bad breath. That's the very first sign that you have bad things happening in your mouth, that you have too much bad bacteria. Bad breath happens when those green guys over there in the corner sitting on that tooth, when those guys multiply too rapidly and you don't have enough of your good bacteria to fight them. Bad breath is an imbalance between your good bacteria and your bad bacteria inside your mouth. When you're using conventional toothpaste or mouthwash, it's actually killing all of those bad guys, but it's also killing all of your good guys. When you do that, you are exposed constantly to bad bacteria. Constantly, all day long. We live in a toxic world. So you're constantly breathing in, eating, things are getting inside your mouth that are not healthy for you. Those things grow very rapidly because especially the foods that we eat are acidic, and we have more of an acidic environment inside our mouth, which is where that bad bacteria likes to grow. So those bacteria continue to grow all day. Whereas the good bacteria, if you kill it with every brushing, it takes time to rebuild your immune system or your good bacteria, or what I call your healthy dirt inside your mouth. It takes a little bit of time. You don't have time if you're killing it. You're killing it, you're exposed to bad stuff, the bad stuff gets in. Like H. pylori, E. coli, those types of things are the things that I'm talking about. Those are the little green guys sitting on your tooth. But we do have a way to reverse that. There is a different formula for a healthy mouth. Super simple, super simple. Moms that have kiddos, this is super simple. This is a great way to keep your kids healthier, especially against like the flu and against the cold, the common cold. Your kids will stay healthier if they have some natural dirt or natural bugs or natural bacteria inside their mouth. So here, Mike, show the formula for, or show the toothpaste one. Do you know which one I'm talking about? The bad ingredients, the bad things.
This one?
Yeah, this one. So here's the problem with what we're using conventionally is that toxapaste is what I call it. That's conventional toothpaste. What I do want to mention as well is that natural toothpaste on the market may not be as bad as toxapaste, regular conventional toothpaste, but they may not be promoting the health of your teeth and your gums the way they should be. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But toxapaste mouthwashes that contain alcohol and other ingredients are actually killing all of the good and the bad bacteria in your mouth, which leaves you exposed all day long to the bad bacteria that get on your teeth, that get between your teeth and your gums, creates those little pockets, can multiply very rapidly. And while they're in there, they're not just inside your mouth causing problems. They're able to get through your gum tissue. If you have any issues with your gums, if you have bleeding gums, if you have any redness, any breakdown, any swelling, that's the beginning of gingivitis. That's the beginning of gum disease. And that is the entry point for bacteria inside your body, not your mouth, your body, once it's inside your mouth. So the problem is that we get exposed to those things all day long. We don't have good bacteria that's actually there to fight it, keeping you more alkaline, preventing demineralization, and preventing that bad bacteria growth. All day long, you're absorbing those bad bacteria. The other problem is every time you swallow anything, I'm talking when you eat something, when you drink something, also when you are just every day talking, you salivate, you swallow your saliva. Every time you swallow the bacteria that's inside your mouth. You want to make sure that you're providing your mouth with good dirty bacteria, good bacteria, which is what I do with the Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder. Good bacteria inside your mouth feeds and seeds the bacteria in your gut to improve your immune system. The immune system starts inside your mouth. Here's the issue. When you only have bad bacteria inside your mouth, you are swallowing that as well. And the bad bacteria creates worse conditions as you swallow it, and it gets inside your body or inside your intestines where you don't have as much defense against it, and then you're more susceptible. That's why a lot of people can't fully cure their digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut, things like that, and malabsorption syndrome, things like that. If you don't have good bacteria starting inside your mouth and you're only constantly swallowing bad bacteria, what does that do down here? So I can change all of that. Put up the formula for a healthy mouth because it's super simple. This is what I want you to understand. This is what you're doing anyway. It's just a matter of switching what you're using. And not all tooth powders or dental products are made the same, including the ones that claim to be organic or natural or healthy. So I'll show you what you want to look for in a tooth powder or a toothpaste. So this is the formula for a healthy mouth, which translates into a healthy body. So good bacteria, so when you're brushing with something that's more alkaline, you are going to destroy the bad bacteria. Bad bacteria lives in an environment inside your mouth that is acidic. Most of the foods that we eat are acidic. You want to be able to convert that very quickly to an alkaline condition so that you can actually have good bacteria inside your mouth. The more healthy good bacteria you have inside your mouth, the healthier your teeth and your gums are going to be, and the healthier your intestines are going to be. That translates to brain health, heart health, because Alzheimer's has been linked to the bacteria inside the mouth. Gum disease and the bad bacteria inside your mouth has been linked to heart disease, the plaque inside the coronary arteries. It's been linked to fertility problems as well as low birth weight babies. It's been proven that babies' health is actually correlated to mom's oral health as well. And it also relates to your digestive and your immune system. So all of those things are imperative. So fixing the formula, reversing the formula from the formula for a cavity to the formula for a healthy mouth. So go back to that slide. So if you have good bacteria inside your mouth, this is what happens when you brush with the right type of tooth powder. The tooth powder that I have is Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder. It's a blend of 4 ingredients, completely different than everything else, that creates an alkaline environment inside your mouth so that the good bacteria can live. It supports the healthy, good bacteria. That's the dirty mouth. You want a little bit of healthy dirt inside your mouth. The healthy dirt is that good bacteria. See how happy that tooth is? That tooth is so happy. When that good bacteria is inside your mouth, the sugar and carbohydrates that are in your diet are not as effective or defective on your teeth and your gum tissue, because the good bacteria lives in a different way that the bad bacteria does. So creating an alkaline environment inside your mouth actually is the way that minerals get back inside your tooth. And that is done not just through the tooth powder creating an alkaline environment, but it's done through the good bacteria that you're going to be growing with Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder, as well as your saliva. So your saliva, I don't think we put the saliva slide in here. So your saliva has a couple jobs, but one of the jobs it does is it's more alkaline, and it's meant to rinse your teeth after you eat so that it gets rid of the food particles. It also tries to neutralize the acids from the acidic food, but it also contains minerals. The minerals in your saliva is how your body actually puts the minerals back in your teeth. That's the only way. It doesn't happen from taking a supplement. It indirectly happens because the minerals have to end up inside your body and then inside your saliva. The problem is, if you're swallowing bad bacteria and you have digestive issues and you have any malabsorption happening, most supplements that you're taking are not nearly as absorbed, because, especially the minerals, because you have issues with your digestive lining. That in turn reflects on your body. You have less minerals that are inside your saliva to remineralize your teeth. So the way that I fix this is I made the blend of Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder with 3 different clays and baking soda. Those 4, the way we combine those 4 ingredients is completely different, and that's why my product is superior in helping heal cavities, change the environment inside your mouth, and improve your immune system altogether. So it's white kaolin clay, bentonite clay, and French green clay, and baking soda. All 4 of those create an alkaline environment while you're brushing your teeth. They're going to support your healthy microbiome and not support the bad microbiome, the bugs that you want to get rid of, the bad bacteria inside your mouth. They can't live in that environment, so they're going to kill that. It's also going to effectively clean your teeth very gently, remove surface stains, but during that alkaline wash as you're brushing, you're going to have the minerals in the tooth powder. The 3 clays that are in there, all 3 of them contain the minerals that your teeth need in order to be remineralized, in order for those minerals to go back and keep your enamel super strong and super thick. The thicker the enamel, the healthier your teeth, and the less pain that you will feel. A lot of people call me, email me, my teeth are so sensitive and I don't know why. It's because you have lost the minerals, or you are losing the minerals in your enamel. So your tooth is the thickest part of your tooth is the white part. That's the enamel. And the Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder creates that environment where the minerals can go back in and keep this thicker. The minute you start getting breakdown or holes in your enamel, it goes to your dentin. And once it gets inside your dentin is when you have problems. Do we have pictures of those? I think we might actually have pictures of what a cavity looks like. I don't know if we put any of those up.
I don't think we have those.
What's the next slide that we have?
The clay detoxifies and whitens.
Okay, we can pull that one up. Yeah. So this is a little bit about what the clay actually does. This is why using something, when I talked about how other toothpaste on the market, other tooth powders on the market aren't as effective, and why even just brushing with an organic toothpaste is not fulfilling the requirements of what you really need to be happening while you're brushing your teeth. So clay does a couple things, and it's the perfect medium for brushing your teeth and really cleaning out your mouth. Your mouth is probably the dirtiest place of your whole body. believe it or not, your mouth is probably the dirtiest place of your entire body because it's exposed to everything. And when you are using the wrong products and sterilizing your mouth, you are opening yourself up to a world of bad bacteria. This is what clay does, and clay does this very quickly. Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder will very quickly change the environment inside your mouth, and it's because of the blend of the 3 clays. The 3rd clay that I put in there is French green clay, and French green clay actually has the minerals algae. Algae is very healing. Like, it's been around for millions of years. People have used it to heal because of the anti-inflammatory properties. But one of the most important properties that the French green clay has is that it's analgesic, which basically means it decreases inflammation, calms things down, and prevents pain or decreases the sensation of pain. Imagine how healing that is to your gum tissue, not just your teeth. The other thing that clay does is, number 1, it pulls toxins out of your gums. When I talked about how your mouth is one of the most toxic places of your body, or dirtiest places, we eat and are exposed to heavy metals every single day in the foods that we eat, from tap water. Tap water has heavy metals. It has toxic waste in it. We aren't necessarily, depending on what kind of water you're drinking, you might not be as exposed, but our gum tissue is it allows things in and out. It's our gatekeeper, and it can have heavy metals and other types of toxins in your gum tissue. The clay itself will actually bind with the toxin, the heavy metal, and pull it out of your tissue. Detoxifying your mouth is probably one of the best things you can do for your overall health. Simple as that. Brushing with Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder for 2 minutes twice a day is probably one of the best detoxes you can do for your entire body, for your brain health, your heart health, and your immune system. Because the way the clay binds to toxins and heavy metals and pulls them out of your body is unbelievable. It's such a great property of clay. Put that slide back up so I can go to the next one. So number 2, clay also, why is it great for brushing your teeth? It's going to remove the surface stains very gently, and it's going to clean and whiten your teeth. When I talk about cleaning the teeth, it doesn't just clean the surface of the teeth. The alkaline environment actually prevents the growth of the bad bacteria and plaque. Here's really cool. You know, this is like the really cool physiology behind it. Plaque is actually just a biofilm of the bad bacteria. So when you have too much bad bacteria inside your mouth, it's creating bad breath, it's creating gum disease, and it's creating plaque. The plaque buildup is the hardening effect of the plaque. Clay prevents that environment and destroys plaque. And believe it or not, it prevents it from actually happening. Most people that use Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder go to their dentist and have very little plaque buildup, little to none. I actually just had a customer email me. They said they went to their dentist just recently, had their dentist appointment, and they had 0 plaque, and they hadn't been to their dentist in 3 years. 0 plaque. The dentist was like blown away. Blown away. Put it back up really quick. Sorry. It's just my trigger for what else, so I don't lose my track. Okay, so the 3rd thing it does is it neutralizes acids to be alkaline. So the clay is going to, and remember, in an acidic environment, minerals leave your teeth. This is all working simultaneously inside your mouth. It's creating the environment. It's preventing that from happening by creating that alkaline environment so that the minerals, number 4, can actually go back in your teeth and make your enamel stronger. Awesome. What's the next slide that we have?
The last one is why brush your teeth.
Oh yeah, let's go to why brush your teeth. So if you start to look at what you're brushing your teeth with, this is what you need to decide. We need to decide, why are you really brushing your teeth? Because we've been brainwashed to believe that we need to brush our teeth to clean our teeth, to clean our mouth. And while that might be true, that's not necessarily the reason to brush your teeth. Cleaning your mouth and cleaning it too well, and by too well I mean killing 99% of the bacteria inside your mouth and leaving you with a sterile mouth, that is not helping you. Toxic-paste, alcohol, mouthwash is creating an environment where those really bad green-looking bugs get inside your mouth, and they harbor, they get between your gum tissue and your mouth and your teeth. They make those pockets, they create plaque, they destroy your gum tissue. Now you have leaky gum syndrome, which leads to leaky gut syndrome and leaky brain syndrome. You are in this cycle of not feeling well. You can't get your gut to feel better. You have brain fog. You are exhausted. You don't feel good. Your mouth is awful. You're getting cavities. You have gum disease. You don't know what to do. It's so simple. So go back to, why are we brushing our teeth? So we are not brushing our teeth to clean them. Okay, let's just erase that from our thoughts. You will, when you brush your teeth, clean them. So, but that's not the reason. Your saliva is really meant to clean your teeth. You really should have a moist mouth with saliva happening and occurring. If you don't, then other things are happening that we need to reverse, because that is the formula inside your mouth to create cavities, disease, not health. This is for a healthy mouth. Brush your teeth to alkalize your mouth. Regular products are not going to alkalize your mouth. They are going to make an acidic mouth. They're going to make an environment where bacteria grows, bad bacteria grows, cavities happen, gum disease happens. You get sicker and sicker. You're spending more and more time not in the dentist, because sometimes you can live with this stuff, and this stuff is happening inside your mouth for years before maybe you end up with a cavity, or you end up with really severe gum disease, or to the point where it's now in your bone tissue inside your mouth. This stuff leads to where you're going to the doctor. You've got heart disease, high blood pressure. If you're pregnant, you might be having problems with your pregnancy. It can lead to brain issues, brain fog, and things like that. These are not just, so when you're changing your environment inside your mouth, you're actually going to be fixing some internal problems. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens over time as you start to change and alkalize your mouth. Alkalizing your diet, alkalizing your body, we know that that's restorative and that's healing. Imagine what alkalizing your mouth will do for your entire body, because good health starts inside your mouth. Don't let it end there. So brushing your teeth, alkalize. So you want to make sure that you're brushing with something that has something that's going to alkalize your environment inside your mouth. Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder. And by the way, guys, I can talk about this in a second. The Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder is now available with the CBD in it. So the CBD has the healing properties, the calming properties, and the anti-inflammatory properties that you want for your gums. The CBD is not necessarily for your dental, for your teeth. It's more for your gum tissue, to keep that anti-inflammatory conditions of your gum tissue. Because remember, your gums are how most inflammation enters. You either swallow it through your tissues, which the CBD is also, it's calming. For all your tissues inside your body, CBD is extremely calming. So for your dental, it's more for your gum tissues, and not just your gums, guys, it's all of the tissues inside your mouth. So that would be your cheeks, your palates, under your tongue, and your gums. It's going to be healing and prevent that inflammatory. The gum serum, also with CBD now, is the same thing. It's primarily for your gums. Going to keep your gums super healthy and prevent that inflammation. So go back to brushing your teeth. Why? So you want to make sure that you're using something that's alkaline. The 3 clays in Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder are alkalizing to your mouth. Most organic and natural toothpaste do not have clay in them. Do not have anything alkalizing in them. Unfortunately, most clay-based tooth powders and most tooth powders themselves actually have very little clay in them and have only one type of clay. So that's the other difference. That's what sets Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder aside. That's why customers that have used Dirty Mouth Tooth Powder, switch to try another brand, always come back. I can't tell you how many emails I get every single week from people that have tried a different brand and come back because it doesn't work. It doesn't change their mouth the way that mine does. And it's because of the blend, the premium blend of those 3 clays and baking soda. Alkalize your mouth. It's super important for your total body health. It will also restore your microbiome. You want your tooth powder or toothpaste to restore your microbiome, not destroy it. You want your good bacteria to support your health. You want to swallow with every swallow, whether it's water, it's some sort of drink, your coffee, whether it's with your food, or whether it's just when you're salivating. You want to be swallowing good stuff. You do not want to be swallowing the bad stuff. When you swallow the bad stuff, it gets to your stomach. That acidic environment is where it loves to flourish. And then you've got an overgrowth of bad bacteria inside your body, causing more digestive issues, which leads to leaky gut, which leads to inflammation getting inside your body, not just through your gums, but now through the entire digestive process. The last thing that you want your toothpaste or tooth powder to do is to remineralize your teeth, to put those minerals back in your enamel so that your enamel can be super strong. That's the hardest part, the coating around your dentin. As soon as it gets down, as soon as those holes get down into your dentin, that's when you start to have problems. That's when you have a true cavity that might need to be filled. I get asked all the time, you know, I have a cavity that needs a filling. Do you think I can heal it naturally? Well, that depends. If you're going to make the commitment and change to something that alkalizes your mouth, puts the minerals back in, and replaces your good bacteria, yes, you can remineralize, you can. But if you don't switch the products, then no, you will never heal a cavity, ever. You will never heal a cavity with Toxapaste. You will never heal a cavity and change the environment inside your mouth and restore your immune system with mouthwash, ever. I don't care what I don't care what the ADA tells you. I don't care what the dentists tell you. They don't get it. They don't understand. Most of them don't. Most biological dentists understand this to some degree, but nobody is talking about it the way I'm talking about it. Nobody's teaching you how to just restore your oral health, which is basically the basis of your entire health. So that's what I have. Do we have questions? Everybody loves Mike. So yeah, I totally will. And guys, don't forget, now that if you've been watching this for a little while, please share this information. Changing people's health through their oral care products is so important. People don't understand the importance of their oral care. And here's the sad thing. This is what kills me, is if you have friends spending a lot of money on organic skincare, organic products, and eating organic diets, taking probiotics, these things are expensive. Here's the kicker. If you don't change what you're brushing your teeth with, those things don't matter. Why? Because if you're taking expensive probiotics, I know probiotics are expensive. I don't need to take them on a daily basis anymore because I have good bacteria inside my mouth that I'm actually swallowing. But if you're taking probiotics and swallowing bad bacteria is sterilizing your mouth, you're basically throwing money away, because the bacteria that you have inside your mouth that should be there, that your immune system, how it should start inside your mouth, is what you should be swallowing. That should feed and seed your digestive bacteria. That's simply true. Your digestive bacteria is related to your skin. If you have a healthy gut, you will have healthy skin. That's been proven. There's a lot of studies that show healthy digestive system equals healthy skin. And I've often said most skin conditions are related to diet, which is really inflammation, because it's a reaction of some sort to food and the inflammation inside your gut, which is a bad microbiome inside your gut. But that can all be changed, but it can't change until you change your mouth. So please share this, because I hate to see people buying organic food, putting their money into probiotics, using organic healthy skincare, and brushing. I don't have my Toxapaste with me. Oh, I have one. Oh, Mike has Toxapaste. Brushing with Toxapaste, like they have got all this great food in their grocery cart. I see this all the time. Great food. They're spending a lot of money on great food. Organic. It's expensive. I know. I shop it. They're putting great skincare on. I know. I see it. And then they throw this in there, and even if it's not Toxapaste, even if it's something that's natural, it's still not doing what they should be doing inside their mouth to make them better. So please share this information, because if we can change the health of people's mouth, we actually can change their life. I actually got an email last night from a women's shelter that's not too far from where we're located here, but a women's shelter for women and children. And they were begging me, the kids love the bubblegum tooth powder. And they were begging me to send deodorant, tooth powder for the moms. Them a big box of tooth powder for mom. I'm sending them toothbrushes, and they're getting deodorant, and they're getting tooth powder for kids. Where's that coming from?
I'm not sure.
Sorry guys, we're trying to figure out where that for mom, I'm sending them toothbrushes, and they're getting deodorant. There we go. Mike came unplugged. Mike.
I did.
So we're sending them toothbrushes, tooth powder for mom and kids, and deodorant. But it's super important, because especially for kids, their oral care is so important. So I'm all about keeping people healthy, but it has to start inside your mouth. And I don't want to see you, I want to see you eating healthy and using probiotics and good skincare. But if you're not changing the environment inside your mouth, that stuff isn't going to work near as well. You get your more bang for your buck by brushing with the right products. What's the next question?
You might have to pull it up on your...
Okay, I think I'm really far behind on comments, though. Love the slides. Oh, thank you, Anita. I've got a ton of these slides. These are going to be my slides that I'm using for my when I do my talks on stage. Katie, I've been using your tooth powder for about a year. Thank you. And I think John said he loves the black peppermint. Yay. Can you invite a biological dentist so he or she can speak about the fillings, mercury fillings? Yes, I'm trying to, believe it or not, it's not easy to get these guys to talk. Like, they'll be like, dentists are not easy. So I am trying to get a biological dentist to come on and do a Facebook Live. I will work on doing that sometime in April, so we can look for that. All right, let me look for, hi Dawn, RN from Michigan, yay. Knowledge is power. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Dawn. You're awesome. Is the baking soda aluminum free? Yes, Sarah, the baking soda is aluminum free. My sensitivity is completely gone. Yay, Victoria. Hey, Victoria. It was terrible before dirty mouth tooth powder. Yes, the sensitivity will go away. Anybody that uses regular toothpaste, here's a good thing to know. When you start brushing with dirty mouth tooth powder, it's going to brush that Band-Aid coating that toothpaste puts on your teeth. Toothpaste is designed to cover things up so you don't know that there's damage going on, that there's infection, that there's inflammation, and that there's pain happening. You're having mineral loss. It's designed to prevent you from knowing that, so that it can get worse and worse and worse, and then all of a sudden you need to be filled, drilled, and billed. And then you also have heart disease, and you need medications every single day, and then it goes on and on. So what toothpaste? It's the glycerin. Most of the time, most toothpaste, including organic, guys, including natural toothpaste, one of the bad ingredients is glycerin. It's not that it's toxic. People always are like, it's not toxic, it's safe for you. I get it. It's not that it's toxic. I'm here to tell you. It's not that it's toxic. It's that it puts a coating on your teeth. That coating, that saran wrap coating, prevents the minerals from being able to get in your teeth. If you can't get minerals back in your teeth, you have no teeth. Eventually, you're going to end up with cavities, and you're going to end up with gum disease, and you're going to end up with no teeth. Basically, you're going to have your teeth filled, drilled, billed, and then pulled. So brushing with glycerin. So what's going to happen is dirty mouth tooth powder. You're going to brush with your dirty mouth tooth powder, and the tooth powder is going to nicely clean your teeth, but it's going to remove that glycerin coating. When it removes that glycerin coating, your tooth is going to be exposed for a little while. Those holes in your teeth, those pits in your teeth, are going to take a couple scrubbings of tooth powder to get them back in. That's where the LED teeth whitener comes in too, guys. The LED teeth whitener has the activated charcoal gel, which also has, I'm going to have to do an in-service. I need to send out a how to use the gel treatments. So I'll send out next week, maybe Mike and I can do a video on how to use the LED teeth whitener. Maybe that can be our Tuesday, huh? Mike's looking at me like, what? Yeah, good. Maybe on Tuesday next week for Ask Trina, the Mouthing Off with Trina, we can do the LED, because people are asking questions about the LED, and then we can use that as the educational video that goes along with it, the how to use it, the best practices. But the activated charcoal gel has clay in it. So it's going to actually put the minerals back in your teeth while you're using the treatment. And the LED itself plugs right into your cell phone or plugs right into any USB. You put the gel right on the mouthpiece, put the mouthpiece in your mouth, and you can feel the heat. This one's been turned on for a while, and that heat and the LEDs, the blue and the red LEDs, actually warm up your gum tissue, which increases blood flow, speeds up healing, and then the ingredients, which is all natural, peroxide-free, the clays can actually alkalize your teeth. And guess what happens? Who knows what happens when you have alkaline conditions inside your mouth? Your good microbiome will happen. The bad stuff gets destroyed. By the way, the blue LEDs also kills the bad bacteria inside your mouth, so it's restoring your good bacteria. But during those alkaline conditions, while you have the gel on the mouth guard, it's allowing the minerals to go back inside your teeth. This is a very quick way of remineralizing your teeth and restoring your enamel. But if you're switching and you're brushing with Dirty Mouth tooth powder, it usually takes 2 or 3 brushings for the sensitivity to go away on your teeth. And because you're brushing off that coating and exposing those holes, that some of them, when they get to the dentin, if you have sensitive teeth, it means you have holes in your teeth down to the dentin. The difference between your enamel, which is the white part, or the dentin, which on this tooth is showing blue, is that the dentin has fluid in it. Less minerals, but it still has minerals, but it has fluid in it. Because as you bite and chew on things, it takes the impact so you don't feel it. It also is surrounding and protecting. It has some like antimicrobial properties to prevent infection in here, but it also has your pulp, which contains your nerves and your blood vessels. When your cavity or your mineral loss gets to your dentin, that's why you feel the hot and cold sensation, that zing in your tooth, because it's getting inside your dentin and affecting your nerves. But it also, all those toxins can actually enter your teeth right through your bloodstream. What fluoride does, for all you people that want to know what fluoride does and why is fluoride so bad, fluoride actually kicks out your minerals and replaces your minerals with fluoride. Fluoride's not really actually making your teeth stronger. What happens is when it gets inside your dentin is it's right there near your pulp, which is where your blood vessels are, right? So it can seep into your blood vessels. Do we know why, like, has anybody figured out why fluoride's a neurotoxin? Your nerves are in your pulp of your teeth, right? So if fluoride is being filled in your dentin, which is really not making it stronger, guys, it's exposing you to toxic fluoride to get inside your body through the blood vessels and the nerves inside your pulp. Oh, you're moving something? Okay. So anyway, that's how decreasing sensitivity. I don't even know how I got my how she was talking about sensitivity is gone. So that's how Dirty Mouth tooth powder and the LED teeth whitener will help restore your enamel. Do you have one for me or?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Next question. I think I fixed the audio thing on my microphone, so we should be good. So if you guys can't hear me, let me know. But Audrey's question was, let me scroll back here, sorry. Do you recommend brushing with a charcoal toothbrush versus an electric toothbrush?
And guys, and I don't think we have the plug for my thing anymore. I think I took it with me for the show and I haven't brought it back. My laptop's about ready to die, so Mike, I will have to just use yours. But, so, what was the question? Oh, toothbrush. Yeah, Sorry.
Charcoal versus electric.
Either, you know what, the toothbrush that you use is really up to you. The toothbrush that we sell, the reason that I designed it the way we designed it, is because it uses bamboo. So it's a bamboo handle, all biodegradable. People tell me, oh, but the nylon bristles are not biodegradable. Well, that's true. But all you have to do when you're done with this, I use it for cleaning because charcoal cleans really well. But you can soak bamboo in hot water and then it expands and pull out the bristles. The thing you don't want to do is use your toothbrush with hot water, so just use cold water, because it can cause the bristles to fall out when you're using it because the bamboo will expand. So just use cold water. But the bristles are super soft. So you want a toothbrush with super soft bristles because the bristles can damage a little bit your enamel, but more your gum tissue. So super soft bristles, and the bristles here are nylon, but they're infused with charcoal. So the charcoal, remember, is alkaline. It's alkalizing your mouth. The charcoal is also going to help detoxify your gum tissues a little bit more because it's detoxifying. It's also going to help whiten and break up plaque. Remember, plaque doesn't really like being alkaline, so it's going to kick the bucket. You're going to be like, it's going to be like, I'm out of here. Those bad bugs, they're like, we're out of here. We don't like this crap. We like the bad stuff. So this is going to help change the conditions inside your mouth. A sonic toothbrush has its own like great qualities. I don't love one over the other. I think they both have their place. What I usually do is brush in the morning with this one, and then I have a sonic one that I brush with at night. When I travel, this is my travel toothbrush. I love this toothbrush to travel with. So neither one is good or better. It's just a matter of what you prefer. But just make sure the bristles are super soft, and you want to brush up and down. Do not brush side to side because that's going to do more damage on your gum tissue and your teeth. You want to brush up and down, and if you brush in a circle, make it more of an oblong circle as opposed to a circle. You want more of a up and down circle, if that makes sense. All right, Mike, shoot.
Next question is from Stephanie. Are the added benefits of using the powder with CBD to fight inflammation?
Yes, it fights, the CBD fights inflammation. Somebody wanted to know what the CBD that we put in the gum serum. And here, by the way, guys, to use the gum serum, it's simply, I'm going to put that down so I can show you. It's simply just 1, 2, maybe 3 drops, and then rub it on your gums. I happen to like 3 or 4 drops, only because I don't just put it on my gum tissue. I put it everywhere. And then it also allows you to be able to swallow a bit of it instead of just seeping right into your gum tissue. You swallow a little bit of it, and it's very healing for your entire digestive system. It's calming. So CBD has the calming properties. Think about like how it makes you feel. And I'm not talking about the THC part of it because it doesn't have any THC. What we use for our products, our CBD products, is a plant isolate. So the CBD tooth powder and the CBD gum serum have actually a plant isolate of the CBD. So what they've done is they've isolated the part of the plant that is CBD only, not THC. There is zero THC in our CBD. That's really important. That means, what does that mean for you? That means you're getting the best healing properties of the isolate. That's the best and most potent form that you can get, is the form that we put in here. Secondly, it means it's safe for people of all ages and all conditions, meaning it's even safe during pregnancy. So little kids can use this. People that are 140 can use this. I say kids from 0 to 140, it's safe for. So there's 0 THC in here. It's a pure isolate, and it's only the calming and healing properties, the anti-inflammatory properties. And don't forget, don't ignore your tongue, don't ignore all the soft tissue inside your mouth. All of that, you have to think about all of that as a way for germs to get into your body and a way for the bad microbiome to destroy the tissue so that it makes it leaky, so that you have inflammation. The healthier your mouth and all the tissues in your mouth, the healthier your immune system is going to be, because you're going to restore your biome, and those tissues are going to be tight enough that bad things can't get in through your gum tissue and the tissue inside your mouth. Hi, David. This is interesting. Was thinking, since I've started brushing with Dirty Mouth tooth powder, have not gotten sick of the flu. I love that. So I say that too, guys. I got sick about right when we were leaving for the Natural Products Expo. I haven't been sick in over 2 years. Flu. My kids have been sick. Like, we've had our rounds of, the different things go through. I hadn't been sick in 2 years. And I ended up coming down with something. I was using my LED teeth whitener, and I was doing the CBD all for because I know that if I don't take care of my mouth when I'm starting to get sick, it's only going to get worse. The best place to take care of is inside your mouth. So my actual worst day only lasted 1 day. I really had a day that I was getting sick, And then the day I was sick, and then when I was doing everything to rebuild all my immune system inside my mouth, that was it. By the time we were at the expo, I felt so much better. And I actually went to bed super early tonight just so I can help get my immune system. So thank you, John. It's amazing what healing your mouth can do. So I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Mike?
Yep.
What do you got? Hit me.
Next question.
Next question is, can you repair gum tissue that has receded? Does the whitening products cause sensitivity to teeth and gums? Did you catch all that?
Yes, great question. So the receding gums is the same type of answer that I have for the teeth. Can you remineralize your teeth, or can you heal a cavity? Yes and no, and it depends on what you're doing or the cause of your receded gums. All the doctors and dentists around the world would like to tell you, no, you can't heal receding gums. The truth of the matter, coming from a nurse, is that it's epithelial cells. Yes, you can heal your gum tissue and you can regrow your gum tissue. It takes a while, but you have to be doing the right things, and it has to be the reasons that your gums are receding have to change. If you don't change anything inside your mouth, no, it's never going to happen. And since your dentist and your doctor don't tell you to change your oral care products, they're absolutely right. You will never heal your receding gums using what they're telling you to use. But here's the thing. If you get rid of the bad bacteria that causes gingivitis, guess what? You can heal gum tissue. It can actually regenerate. It takes a while. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to be an overnight thing. But if you use, and especially with the CBD, healing, it can restore. Think about those things. Increase blood flow. So the gum serum and the alkalizing tooth powder are to be used together to create healthy gums and teeth. That's what it's basically doing. It's creating, increasing blood flow, decreasing the inflammation, speeding the healing of your gums. Will it regenerate overnight? No, but it can, and it just takes time. But it can stop it from happening further. That's the first thing. Stop it from progressing, right? Because if it doesn't get any worse, right? If it stays where it is right now, just by changing your products and doesn't get any worse, are you better than where you would have been? Yes, because as you're using the products, the wrong products, it's going to get worse. You're going to have gum disease. You're going to end up with heart disease or some sort of inflammatory disease inside the body. Diabetes is another one that's been related to oral wellness. Diabetes. How many people have diabetes? A lot of times it starts from your mouth. So yes, you can regenerate gum tissue, but you have to get rid of the bad bacteria. You have to do the calming. You don't have to use the CBD formula. I have the gum serum without the CBD and the tooth powder without the CBD. If you can do the CBD and like the CBD stuff, this is probably going to be your better bet. But this does the same thing. It creates the increase in blood flow, decreases the bad bacteria. The other part of the equation, this is really important, the other part of the equation of why gums are receding has to do with your toothbrush. Again, do not use a hard toothbrush. If you're brushing too hard and brushing your tissue off, you will not fix your receding gums. They will continue to get worse. So be mindful when you're brushing. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Your gums are so gentle. Like your tissue is so delicate. Gentle, gentle brushing. So changing the environment to get rid of the bad bacteria that's causing the problem in the first place, and changing the way you're brushing your teeth can change your gums. Even if it doesn't regenerate them, it can stop the progression of gum disease, which leads to internal disease and digestive problems. So I hope that answered your question. The LED teeth whitener will totally help. Totally help. So this is why I say this is perfect for all ages, the red and the blue, because most people don't realize, but gum disease starts in your teens. That's when gum disease actually starts. The red LED lights, which are the 4 LED lights on the top, the red light is red light therapy for your gum tissue. It actually penetrates into the tissues of your gums, calms them, decreases the inflammation, and helps prevent that inflammatory response, which then, it's the inflammatory response, guys, that then leads to the change in the condition. And if you don't change the inflammation rate of your gum tissue, you're going to end up with unhealthy gums. The other part of the equation with the LED teeth whitener is not just the red part for your gums, but the fact that the blue light kills the bad bacteria that causes gum disease and cavities in the first place. So those are the two pieces for entire mouth care and improving your oral health, is changing the environment to support the healthy microbiome and increasing the blood flow and healthy gums. So that's what the red and the blue light will do. This, guys, by the way, is not a use it once and put it in the drawer. This is not the LED teeth whitening kit that you put in your mouth, you get whiter teeth in a week or 2 weeks or a month, and then you put it away, and the next time you want to do it 6 months later, you pull it back out. This you need to look at as something that you put inside your mouth 2 to 3 times a week for life. This is going to be your buddy. Like, this is your buddy. Do it while you're napping. That's an easy way to do it. Put it in your mouth. The serum, not the serum, the gel is peroxide free. Will it hurt? I think that was part of the question. No, zero pain, zero peroxide. Peroxide, remember when I was talking about the your dentin, peroxide actually, let me show you guys this. All right, so we'll lose that for a second. The peroxide actually penetrates into your dentin. When you have pain with peroxide, it's because you have holes in your enamel. And the holes go so deep that they affect your dentin, right? Your dentin is where if it seeps in here, it's fluid filled. So think about this. Peroxide goes through the holes in your enamel, gets into your dentin, it's fluid, and this is why it doesn't happen right away. It takes a little bit of time. 5 minutes into your treatment, you're saturating your dentin with peroxide. Peroxide hurts like hell. Yeah, it hurts like hell. I know. I'm not saying that because I know, which I do know. I've heard it from you. It hurts like hell. It gets down here towards your pulp. Sorry, I keep moving closer to the camera so you can see, and I'm annoying Mike. Your nerves are in your pulp. Your bloodstream's right there. So it's actually the reason you feel pain, and this is why it's toxic, is because it's actually seeping in. It's not affecting your enamel here, guys. It is, but the pain comes because it's seeping into your body. It's getting into your dentin. It doesn't hurt until it actually gets to your nerve root, right? So that's why peroxide's so bad. How peroxide whitens your teeth is that it actually, remember how this is fluid filled? Your dentin, fluid filled? Yeah. It dehydrates your enamel. That's medical jargon for it removes, not your enamel, it dehydrates your dentin. That's medical jargon for it removes the fluid, makes it dry. That's how it whitens it. Remember, your dentin is off color. Your dentin, for most people, the reason their teeth are miscolored is because their enamel is so thin. The enamel's the white part. They can see the dentin through it. Your dentin is either yellowish or bluish. It's dehydrating your dentin so your teeth look whiter. You don't need to dehydrate your dentin. What you need to do is rebuild your enamel, right? Got it? I'm a nurse. I'm not here to, I don't, you can make your decisions on what you use. I want you to make the decision based on what it's doing to your body. And when you're using something like peroxide, it's dehydrating your enamel. You don't need that. You want whiter teeth. You need to rebuild your enamel. Rebuild your enamel. Make it thicker. You're not even gonna have pain. Like, there's no bad thing that will happen by using dirty mouth tooth powder and the teeth whitening gel with the LED. Nothing bad is gonna happen. It's going to actually rebuild your enamel because the minerals are in here. So this is a system that you want to use initially 5 days a week. It comes with 20 treatments, 5 days a week for a month, and then 2 to 3 times a week with the gel. You can use it without the gel more frequently, but use it with the gel because the gel is gonna keep your enamel super strong. That's my soapbox for rebuilding your enamel. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. Just don't go in front of the microphone ever again.
So we think we're going to rename this the Mike and Trina show, or the Trina and Mike show. What do you guys think?
So a couple questions. I know we've gotten a lot, so I'm kind of going back to catch up on a couple.
Yeah.
But where was it? I just saw it.
And by the way, my laptop's dead.
Nice. So Michelle, she uses the regular powder, and her question is it okay to go back and forth between the regular and the CBD version?
No. Yes, absolutely. And some people will use the CBD one at night. So if you're going to use it and switch it off, I would say use the CBD one at night. Anything that you can use at night. When I talk about like the blueberry face serum, my blueberry face serum is like the bomb of face serums. Like if you want to talk about anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, the blueberry face serum is really, really nice. It's super nice. It's loaded with antioxidants, loaded with healing properties. The healing things you want to use more at night, and it's because your body's at rest. And when your body's at rest, these things don't have to fight the inflammation. They don't have to fight the stress. They don't have to fight food particles. They don't have to fight things. So when your body's at rest, your body can heal, and these things can work better. So if you're going to use the CBD tooth powder, the CBD gum serum only once a day, the blueberry face serum, anything that you have that has healing properties, if you're going to use them, I suggest using them at night before bed so that the healing properties actually don't have to work as hard. Like there's no point in using it in the morning. I mean, there is a point. It'll help, but there's no point in choosing to do it in the morning as opposed to night when all day you're stressed, you're eating food, you're putting things in your mouth, you're doing whatever, for your skin, you're exposed to the sun and all the oxidative stress. Put the things on it that help protect you. Use the regular if that's what you're gonna use. Use the CBD at night. A lot of people are gonna be using the CBD morning and night, and then probably once or twice during the day. I know all my CBD people are just freaking out and going crazy. If you have friends that love CBD products, please share this. We are the first to put it in dental care products. And really, to be honest with you, when I was at the Natural Products Expo, Mike, like what was the most common question we'd get about CBD?
I'm not sure. I
think Mike was there with me. Oh, he was holding the toothbrush. That's why this was Mike he held the toothbrush all the way up in the air, and he actually got yelled at for walking down the aisles with the toothbrush, but everybody loved it. People were following him back to our booth because he had the toothbrush in his hand. So the most common question I got related to CBD at the Natural Products Expo, and this is what blows my mind. If you guys really want to know what blows my mind, we have thought leaders in health. Believe it or not, I talk with some of the top-notch health leaders that we have that are influencing you and me. You probably follow most of these people. Trust me, I know that you do. Because if you follow me, you know who these people are. And they don't understand oral care and the connection between the mouth and the rest of the body. I'm being completely honest. They don't get it. These are the same people who are asking me, like, I feel like you guys know this better than them. And maybe it's because you listen to me. You need to tell them they need to have me on their podcasts and have me on their stages and things like that because they don't get it. And I'm forever explaining I'm talking, if I said his name, you guys would all be like shocked at the doctor that you follow. I promise, if you're following me, you probably are following him, who doesn't want to have me on his podcast because they don't believe in the oral wellness. They don't believe in or they don't understand this. They don't get it. The number one question was, why put CBD in oral care products? That's where our thought leaders are. That's where our top health thought leaders are sitting with CBD. They believe it works. It's anti-inflammatory. But when I ask them, where's the most inflammatory place of your body? Where does inflammation get in your body? Where, if you don't have good health, does it completely affect every other place of your body? And it takes them a second, and then they realize that, oh, she's oral. She's talking about oral. Your gums? Oh! And as soon as they say it, they're like, oh my God, you're absolutely right. Like the light bulb goes off. You're right. The gum tissue. That's where inflammation gets in. Decreasing the inflammation in the gum tissue, having healthy gums is your gateway to a healthier body. Hands down, if that's all you get out of this, that is enough. Seriously. If you improve the health of your gums, here's the key. If you improve the health of your gums, you are automatically going to be improving the health of your teeth. It doesn't necessarily start with the teeth, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Most people don't think about their gum tissue, which is why the thought leaders don't get it. They might believe, oh yeah, brushing your teeth is important and probably putting the minerals back in is really important. But if you are brushing or if you're creating healthy gums, you're actually probably doing the right thing with your teeth. The main thing, if you go back to earlier when I was talking about why you brush your teeth, you want to make sure you're using something that has a lot of minerals in it. Most imposters out there, and I say that jokingly because I know there's a lot of tooth powders. In fact, I know there's one that just came out recently and how they're talking about how it's the best. Doesn't even have clay in it. Doesn't even have any minerals in it. They're missing the whole point of brushing your teeth. So you really want to make sure it's got the minerals in it that your teeth actually need, because that's the difference between your gums and your teeth. Your gums don't really need the minerals. It's your teeth that need the minerals. But here's the other point of it. What's underneath? Where's my tooth? What is underneath your gums? So I guess your gums do need minerals, because look at how thick that or how deep that root is. If you don't think that your root is made up of minerals and the bones that it sits in needs minerals, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So the health of your entire tooth and your bone tissue that's supporting it is dependent upon minerals. Now, your bone tissue is probably saved by the fact that it's in a more neutral environment, unless you have inflammation in your gums. Here's the thing. Here, this is me gonna be, I'm gonna educate you as a nurse anesthetist right now. And you can take this or leave this, but as a nurse anesthetist, if you've ever gone and had a local anesthetic done, this is coming back full circle. Just give me a second to explain. How many people out there have had a local anesthetic and it's worked really well? So they've gotten surgery. By a local, I mean they've done an injection of like lidocaine or something like that into your tissue to numb you up so you can actually have surgery without having to go to sleep. They'll give you medication. We give you medication to make you sleepy, but you are actually not feeling the pain because of the injection. Is it noisy? He's taking my toothbrush away. This is the broken one. Mike broke this one.
Hey, it wasn't me.
Actually, it was my kids. So if you've ever had an infected area that they're doing surgery on, we can't put the lidocaine or the the medication that numbs it up. We can't put that in there because inflammation is acidic. And in order for the lidocaine or Novocaine or whatever you want to call it, this is why sometimes when you have a tooth and you need to have an injection, it doesn't work if you have an infection. Inflammation is acidic. And in order for the tissue to accept and for the like lidocaine to work, it has to be more neutral or alkaline. So that is exactly what happens in your gum tissue. If it's acidic, it's going to affect the minerals in your jaw. That's how it works. If your gum tissue is infected and it's inflamed, it's acidic, and then the tissue inside your bone is going to be losing minerals as well, and you'll have a weakened bone. So the Dirty Mouth tooth powder will actually help detox, get rid of the inflammation, get rid of infection, pull that out of your gum tissue, but also support the minerals inside your bone as well as the root of your teeth. So really the Dirty Mouth tooth powder isn't just for the part that you see, it actually helps your gums because it helps support the root, the health of your root, which is what you need, as well as your jaw bones, your bone, which is extremely important. Mike, we probably have time for maybe more question, too.
Yes, we actually have a pretty good question here that just came in from Leslie. Let's see. Could you tell me how the gum gel can help break down plaque and get rid of bacteria in the gum tissue? Can this and the tooth powder break down plaque buildup?
Yes, okay. So it all goes back to alkaline, creating that alkaline condition. So the gel and the tooth powder both have clay. This actually has charcoal in it too. And if you get the black formula, it has charcoal. You know what? This is something, I know a lot of people want the CBD. I'm getting off here for 1 second, but people want the CBD formula with charcoal added. So if you are one of those people that want the CBD formula with charcoal added before we bring it out, because we will eventually bring it out, I know most of you are like me and you have either bulletproof activated charcoal or you have some form of activated charcoal capsules that you take. Open one of those up, put it in here, mix it up, and now you have your activated charcoal. It's not going to hurt the formula, okay? So if you are someone that really wants activated charcoal with the CBD, just open it up. It just is gonna change the flavor a little bit because the activated charcoal actually is really strong. But you can do that. You can open up 1 or 2 capsules, whatever you want, and put it in here, mix it up, and use it. But the activated charcoal that's in here, the gel, and the clays, there's 2 clays in here and 3 clays in here, and those are going to help pull toxins out of your gum tissue as well as alkalize your mouth. The alkaline condition destroys plaque. The dentists don't get it. I don't understand how they don't get this. It's a science project. Plaque does not live, it's bacteria buildup. The bacteria, it's a biofilm. Look up biofilm. Biofilm is bacteria that creates like this hardening effect to protect the bacteria under it. So let's pretend for the sake of argument that this is bacteria. I'm gonna flip it over. I don't want people to think my tooth powder is bacteria. That this is bacteria inside your mouth. It creates a biofilm, which is like this hard. That's why plaque feels icky and hard on your teeth. The biofilm, it's like a jelly-like thing that hardens. It's protecting the bacteria so that it can invade your body. It destroys your tissues. The alkaline condition that you get from the tooth powder changes that, breaks down that biofilm, breaks it up, and then it can attack this. This can't live in an alkaline condition. Boom, both of them are gone. You end up with plaque-free teeth. You're welcome. And healthy gums. So that's how it works. It's all related to the condition of that you're creating, as well as the product ingredients that are helping to destroy the bad stuff that's going on. And the same time, you're building your good microbiome, and that good microbiome is your protection against it. So most people, and I don't know if anybody can give me a high five and say, yeah, my bad breath is gone. Most people that brush with dirty mouth tooth powder don't ever really suffer from bad breath again, maybe on an occasional dry mouth syndrome or time. But most people, I don't chew gum and I don't use breath mints because I don't have to. I have good microbiome. I might get dry mouth, but I drink something. It goes away. It's not bad breath because of bad bacteria. Bad bacteria causes bad breath. Good bacteria does not cause you to have stale, icky breath, okay? Do I have another question?
How long does it take to see results?
Do we know if it's the tooth powder or the okay, so it just depends on the condition. If you have a lot of mineral loss of your teeth, most people, I can tell you this, most people feel a difference immediately. It's a completely different experience. Alkaline, if you think about acidic environment, think about when you're sick and things are hot, inflamed. We live with that inside our mouth all the time when we're doing stuff like this, right? We're so used to it, we don't even know our mouth is on fire, right? We don't even know our whole digestive system is on fire because we live with it. We've become accustomed to it. So the change that you feel is almost immediate inside your mouth because that's converting acid into alkaline. Alkaline's cool, very, very cooling. So you might feel a change. The same thing goes for the LED teeth whitener and the gel. Most people feel a difference right away. So the feeling is what you might notice. The whitening effect, the remineralizing effect is just dependent on the condition of your teeth. The less mineral loss that you have, the faster you're gonna feel results. Both of them are gonna remove surface stains quickly, so you're gonna see a little bit of a whitening right away, but it's the rebuilding of enamel over time that's also gonna make a bigger difference. So you might see and feel things right away. Over time, you'll see and feel the change. It'll be less drastic, but it's really the change from that hot, icky environment to the nice, cooling environment inside your mouth. Good?
No.
What else do we got? Anything? My battery's dead.
I think we covered it.
Covered it? All right. Hey, guys, thank you for watching. I think next week on Tuesday, I got to double...
Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to join me, I am going to do a complete episode on the LED teeth whitener, which died because my battery died on my laptop. So I'm going to do a complete how to use it, when to use it, what it does, and how to use it after you've done the initial 1 month treatment. And it comes with 2 of the gels. So if you want to grab yours now, you probably would have it by next Tuesday or very soon after. Well, maybe very soon after, but you would at least have the how-to on what to do and what to expect. So join me, put it in your clock, join me. I got to look at my schedule. I got to make sure I can actually do this because... Yeah, join me. And if it's a time change, I'll let you know. But Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be coming live and doing the episode about the LED teeth whitener. So if you guys have questions, that's the time to ask me questions. This is your time with me, guys. This is the best customer service I can offer you, is coming here and answering your questions directly. So pass this on to family and friends. Share this if you will. I promise you they won't hate you if their teeth are whiter and their breath is fresher and they feel better. They'll actually love you more. So, all right, guys, thank you for joining me. And by the way, guys, I just want to mention, if this is something that seems like it's out of your price range, I prefer that you get the one with the red and the blue. We do offer one that just has the blue light, but it only has 5 blue lights. I always suggest getting this one, and you can actually we have Sezzle. During the checkout, you can actually choose Sezzle as your payment option on the website. I'm not sure about the app, but on the website, and it will break your payments up into like 4 or 5 payments. So that's always an option. The other thing I do want to mention is, for a better shopping experience, it's very difficult with all the different like Chrome and Safari and browsers out there to always have a website that's free from all glitches. And the mobile apps are great, or the mobile part of it is great, but it still has its glitches. So for the best shopping experience, download our new app. It's on Google Play and it's also on iPhone, and it's amazing. Like it's almost glitch free. We've had like 1 or 2 people that have had a couple issues finding things or doing things, but it's so much easier to navigate. It's so much easier to do for checkout and things like that. So if you are interested, download the app. It's just Primal Life Organics under the Apple apps, or Google Play. Because it's going to be so much easier to navigate, and just, you don't even have to really log in. It just stays in. You know how apps work. So, all right, guys, thank you for joining me and Mike. I don't know if Mike's going to say goodbye.
Bye.
All right, guys, so thanks for joining me. If you guys have any other questions, post them below. We'll try to get back to answer them. If not, thanks for joining my slideshow. We're going to have more of those awesome slides coming up in the future. All right, guys, have a great night.